games, Brains are Banging Life with a flashback to the Nintendo GameCube for the only Harvest Moon game I've ever played, although that will change when the new one comes out on the Switch, because I will be looking forward to playing that. But it is Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life on the GameCube. A game I remember very fondly for its relaxing and chilled nature, you know? Kind of how I feel about Animal Crossing when I think of that, you know? It was released in Japan in September 2003 and March 2004 in North America for the GameCube. Developed and published by Marvelous Interactive and part of the long-running Story of Seasons series of video games. The Game Boy GameCube version offered connectivity with the Game Boy Advance game Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. I vaguely remember that with the Game Boy Advance, but I don't think it's something we ever used.
No, never.
A special edition version titled A Wonderful Life Special Edition was re-released on the PlayStation 2 in Japan in 2004 and North America in 2005. I never knew that.
Nope.
And was also then later re-released on the PlayStation 3 and 4 with improvements.
Never knew that.
No, absolutely. As always, things we liked, things we don't like, and favourite moments, scenes, bits of music. Do you want to get started with some likes then?
Yeah, I want to start by saying that this game is everything that I love about games.
Okay.
But I've got a lot of negatives about this game too.
We'll
so,
that's a really strong statement. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the game. It's a beautiful game. You know, I love the village. It's the music is beautiful. You know, and like you said in the intro, it's just the sort of game you can put on and go, you know what, I can play this game for hours and relax.
Yeah, my literal first one about like is this is the sort of game you could lose hours to without ever really doing much in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is fantastic, really. You know, just planting your crops, watering, hanging out. It has a story. It has a beginning and end, but you there's no pressure to see it through.
Nope. No, so I mean, you can take your time. You ain't being pressured to rush through it. I don't know. You probably know this, but obviously there's a free stories you can do.
Yep.
Like there's free obviously free loves free people you can marry.
Yep.
But you know, obviously, I mean, two of them are so hard to do. I mean, I watched so many videos online to try and do them, but they're so hard to do. I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's so many things I can say about this game, but it's hard to get out. But it's just one of those games where I could just sit there for hours and hours and play it.
It's very relaxing, not challenging, but has depth, as you said. It's got these concurrent different storylines, having a child further on in it, trying to make like steer him towards a path as well where he will do it. It's got more depth than you might think. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Can we have a look? So I've got obviously the variety in the game. Yep. Obviously, there's so many different crops you can do. There's so many obviously different plants you can plant. Yeah, and obviously each thing is obviously you got to obviously work out the right seasons. So obviously you got to make sure that you plant them in the right seasons. Obviously they won't grow, which is really clever.
Yeah.
And obviously when you start cooking food, when you finally grow all your crops, and obviously then you finally get the balance going of obviously growing them and picking them at the same time. You can also cook different meals. Obviously, the better meals you make, the stronger you are. Which is again, it's a very clever game.
I'm glad you got such passion for it. I got one more like, and it's simply the character that I always ended up marrying. Muffy, with a little red dress and blonde hair. Good old Muffy singing away in the bar. It's one I remember when I was like thinking of women you married in the game, and I was like, I know there's 3. I know there's a quieter one that's quite a shy and reserved. I think she might be quite different coming over. And then I was like, and then there's Muffy, who's a little bit more brash and outlandish and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, that's the one that sticks out.
Yeah, I think you got Muffy. Then you got one's Ruby, I think, with the red hair. Then you got the one who works on the rival farm.
That's it.
Sheila or Shelley, something like that. I don't know, something.
I'm not sure about the name, but that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm done with my likes.
Okay, let's move on to things you don't like then. You said you've got quite a few.
Yeah, I've got quite a few. I mean, straight away, the three annoying little characters. Okay, I think it's a tick or Tock. I can't remember. It's a Flack and a Flack, Mac and Tock, or whatever it is. Every so often, they just pull you out at random, and they're so annoying because then they talk for like 20 minutes. It's like, seriously, just shut up. I want to play the game. And then they waste so much time. So whatever we had planned that day is gone. Because you literally, the sun's setting by the time they finish talking.
Brilliant.
That's the first one.
Keep going. I haven't got many.
Okay. The guy, the old geezer who lives in your farm.
Yep.
I can't say his name, but he is so annoying. He walks in your damn house like he fucking owns your farm. You know what I mean? He just plays some geezer who you pay for the tools, and he sticks them in your shed. So he thinks he owns your farm. He's another one. But I mean, getting to the more serious ones, I think that's so disappointing. The fact that there's only like 4 animals you can buy. You know, you get a sheep, a cow, a horse, and a dog, and ducks. But the ducks you can't really do anything because they set the pond.
Yeah,
but
you got to have them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have had pigs. I mean, I don't get what.
As well.
Huh?
What, you get chickens as well?
Oh, sorry, yeah, chickens as well. Yeah, chicken soup. But I mean, they could have done so many more different animals. Yeah, I mean, pigs being the obvious one. Where were the pigs?
And I think if you marry Romania, whatever her name is, I think she brings a cat, but you can't. It's just a cat.
Yeah, just a cat. Yeah.
You are right. Yeah. It's very limited in regards to that. You never feel like you have a bustling farm like of animals. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Ultimately, although it's relaxing and all that, let's not deny the obvious fact. Like with the likes of Animal Crossing, it gets very repetitive, particularly when it comes to crops and stuff like that. But I do think like after a couple of weeks, you find yourself not going back to it as often and stuff like that. That's it. I haven't really got any more dislikes.
You're virtually doing the same thing every single day, pretty much.
Yeah.
You get up and you water your crops, and the water in the crops can, at some point, if you have all 3 fields full, it can take you like an hour.
Monotonous.
Unless it rains. If it rains, it's fantastic.
How often were you like, oh my God, thank God it rains?
Exactly, yeah. That's fantastic when it rains.
Any more dislikes?
Yeah, I mean, I think that although I said I like the town, it's very limited.
Oh yeah.
It's very small. I mean, you got obviously the mine section, but even the mine is quite small. Yeah, and again, it gets quite boring. Every day just digging.
Yeah, it's not something you want to do. As particularly if you're trying to run a farm where you've got lots of crops, you spend most of the time first watering, picking, and doing all that stuff. That you then don't want to go to the fucking goddamn the mine area and start spending ages digging either. You know,
exactly.
But then there's not that much else to do, really, is there?
That's it. I mean, you can fish, but
yeah,
that's it.
Any more?
No, that's it.
Favorite moments, scenes, bits of music.
I mean, the music overall was relaxing. You know, it was relaxing music.
I'm the same. I literally wrote, it's got relaxing music, and that's no bad thing. There's nothing memorable to stand out, but when I think of Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, A Wonderful Life, I always think of it, and with the music in my head, you know?
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, you said favourite moments, but I mean, I don't know, maybe waking up in the morning and your crops, you can start seeing, watching your crops grow, I suppose could be one, you know, seeing the popular things.
Or I suppose you already said it, waking up and being like, oh, I've got to water a fucking massive field of things. Oh my God, it's raining. Yes. There's our flashback for Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?